Give her a signal.
Okay, my signal. Jerk offs. Are we live yet?
We are.
Probably.
We are.
But
hey, everybody.
We're like really live.
Welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast.
Apparently we are.
I'm here with Justin and John.
Hey, everybody.
Cheers. Saturday night, special edition.
We are here at Atlantic
AAW.
Atlantic All-Star Wrestling. We're live.
Morrisville. You got some time to get here still. We've not opened doors yet. You have time to get here. If you're seeing this, come on out. It's already, I mean, the energy here is so electric already. So electric you could cut it with a knife, which would be terrible because then you'd die. That's what Gorilla Monsoon used to say.
That was the tension.
No, Gorilla Monsoon. No. He said it. Trust me. He has said the words. The electric is so heavy in here, you could cut it with a knife. And it's like, no, you shouldn't. You should not do that.
Oh, man. Fans aren't even in here yet, and the energy in this place is just amazing.
You could cut it with a knife, like I said. Yeah. Slice it. Dice it.
We got a ton of stars here. Ace Austin is here.
Yeah. Can't wait.
What a great guy. I mean, he recently had some troubles. His apartment got lost in a fire.
Yeah.
But he's here.
Has all of his belongings too.
The show must go on, as they say. So he's here to work.
There's some great women's wrestling happening tonight. A triple threat or three-way.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
They call it a four-way gauntlet.
It's four.
Yeah.
Four-way gauntlet. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so a gauntlet, which means somebody comes in at equals. Okay. Because there's a difference between a three-way or a four-way and a
gauntlet
and a triple threat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are we talking about?
I don't know, man. It's great.
Black Jesus here. Nunzio's here.
Yeah.
Nunzio, yeah. Little Guido.
Can't wait to see
whatever you want to call him.
Wait to see
Yeah.
Hopefully we're gonna have some guests. I know we were talking to some people that are really interested.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about wrestling conspiracy theories. I've been talking about this for weeks.
Next week.
Next week. You're making me wait.
I know.
I really thought I was going to get it off my chest. I haven't even slept. Like I sleep like 2 hours thinking about all this stuff. It's crazy.
We have a ton of friends here as well. The Outbreak Wrestling crew is here. The Legends of Hamburg FanFest crew is here.
Dungeon Wrestling School is here.
Dungeon, yeah. Guys like Ryan Vox. Again, Ace Austin.
Black Cheese.
Sinister X.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
I've never seen him long time ago.
Yeah, he was for WPW under Pinky, and man, that was great.
I can't wait to see this place full.
I can't wait to see all the fans. I'll tell you what, this is a small venue, but it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be very packed.
I'm going to get him to sit down and talk about
it. It's AAW's debut in Morrisville, I believe.
Yeah,
Morrisville.
Yeah. You told us Mooresville, which is very different.
I said Morris. It's just the way I say it.
You just enunciate differently.
Mooresville is like 30 minutes from us.
Yeah, right.
Man, this is great.
Yeah.
Took a while to get here for us, but you know what? That's all right.
Yeah. It was a fun drive for me. I was by myself. I was singing reggae songs. We got people clapping in here already. This is a great locker room. This is going to be a fun night. I heard some tension, some guys bickering at each other. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Everybody from AEW's over here, I see.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, Dennis.
The guy from
Dennis.
outside AEW filming. He's over here.
Breakfast and Body Slams podcast. I believe they're doing commentary for the whole show.
That's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Before we have any guests come on, I just want to get our sponsors out of the way. So thank you to Rise Up Nutrition for sponsoring the podcast. He's sporting it over there. Penn Ave, West Reading. Rise Up Nutrition. They have great protein shakes, great energy teas. I had one this morning just to get me pumped for the show. I had pink Starburst flavor.
I had it last week. It was really good.
My favorite is gummy bear.
I don't think I had it yet. Gummy bear.
It's really good. It's so accurate. The flavors are so accurate. They also have protein shakes. They have a chocolate one. They said they might try to do something for winter season coming up. Kind of like a hot chocolate flavor. Again, it's a protein shake. It's a meal replacer. It's great. They have protein waffles. I had those this morning as well. Great flavor. They don't taste like cardboard. I had cookies and cream.
Ooh, that sounds good. They put like some kind of cream on it and put some Oreos.
So it's Oreo pieces, whipped cream, and then you choose a syrup. They have caramel, chocolate, regular syrup.
Obviously, chocolate would be the best, but caramel would probably be pretty good too.
Yeah. Great people too. As soon as you walk in, they greet you with a smile. They say, "Hey, what's up?"
Nunzio's in front of us. Sorry, I got
All
all
Yeah.
cash, that's it.
yeah.
I mean, he was at Legends of Hamburg, but
It was so crazy.
it was so busy. We were so busy. We didn't really have a chance to like go around and meet
Yeah.
everybody.
I think he lives in Jersey, so this is probably like
Well, yeah, because we're extremely close to Jersey.
yeah, Trenton's
We are
like
very close to New Jersey.
probably like
I
half
can
hour more
smell
down
it.
the road.
I can smell New Jersey.
Yeah, for him, he probably
Fucking
just
trash town.
hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
I was getting a little sick while on the drive here because I started seeing exits for Jersey. And I thought, you did not book us in Jersey. I was getting upset.
Man, if you hear this background noise, that's how energetic it is in here right now. It's just
Already,
everybody's-
and it's this early. We got wrestlers, we got referees.
Hey, we're gonna have some guests here soon. Not sure who yet, but I have a couple people in mind. Another sponsor that I want to shout out is Kutztown Screen Printing Company.
Yes,
They do
they
Whatever-
do wonderful work.
whatever you can think of: skateboards, mugs, T-shirts, of course, sweatshirts. They
My
have-
shoulder hurts.
I have a. I went to Young Ones in Kutztown. They have a little flyer
Oh yeah.
for Kutztown screen print.
Oh yeah.
I grabbed it. I wanted to bring it with. So we have
Oh yeah.
more information, exact things.
I don't ever get out there anymore, but next time you're at Young Ones, yeah.
I grabbed one. I have it at
Shit, I
home.
want to go with. Where were you when you were at Young Ones? During the week?
Yeah, off work.
It's good. It's a good place to go. I really haven't been there in years.
It's a cool store.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the old store, but I get why they moved more space. But I'm old school. I love the old. Like everything is so tight and close. You literally have to look through everything. Nothing's alphabetized. You just gotta find it. You gotta own it. That's fun.
I used
Yeah.
to like the painting on the wall. It used to be. Used to have,
Oh yeah, the mural on the
yeah,
outside.
that
Yeah,
was cool.
Jimi Hendrix and Lennon, stuff like that. Yeah.
Jim Morrison, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I can't get over how this is great. I mean, we've had so much competition in wrestling lately. I'm glad to see that Outbreak can come support another company, and great wrestling supports one another.
That's true. Don't be insecure. Everybody, wrestling is for everybody. Everybody should just enjoy it.
Yeah,
We're all in this together, man.
Yeah.
We're all fans.
we drove an hour and a half to be here. This is their debut in Morrisville. We've never been to an AAW show before. We can't wait to experience this one.
We thank them for reaching out to us.
Yeah,
and inviting us. Yeah.
They reached out to us.
Yeah, we
I don't know
very much
whoever
appreciate the invite.
spread the word about us. Thank you. Thank you to AAW for allowing us to be here and record live. We don't go live very often, but when we do, it's special. And
So let's bring it up. I thought we could talk about the releases that happened Thursday.
yeah,
Oh my
boy.
goodness.
There's a lot. There's 18.
Far too many.
Yeah.
Too many good ones.
Hmm. Should we start with the ones we sort of don't know and then save the big ones
I don't know. I don't know a lot of them. Trey Baxter, I do know. I forgot who he was. He was Christian Blake, which he's going to be back in at the GCW show coming up. December 7th, he's back on, because they have a 30-day. So his literally 30 days up. So he'll be back at GCW. That's good.
Oh, that's cool.
for? I didn't know he wrestled somewhere else.
Yeah, he wrestled for GCW. Yeah. I'm sure he wrestled in a lot of places, but I remember him from there.
I don't remember ever seeing him on NXT. I don't know if did he ever make television?
Yeah, he was on a couple times.
No. Jessica Mia, I think is one. The girl.
Yeah, so I guess there's a couple that I didn't know. Jeet Rama or Rama, I don't know.
Was he with Jinder?
No. He had like an amateur gimmick. He was on house shows for NXT, like nothing. I don't think
They said, I read online, his biggest high profile match was he wrestled AJ at one of the Saudi shows.
Oh, okay.
And over there, he was, of course, a big star.
Right. Trey Baxter, who we mentioned. Jesse Camilla. I don't know who that is.
Or who she used to be. I don't know.
And Zeta Ramir, is that the one that was with? Is that who was with his squad, or is that BFAB? Which
Hit Row is
B-Fab was Hit Row.
Oh, you know what? Katrina Cortez. That was the one who was with the Andrade ripoff, Escobar, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that was the girl that was with Escobar. Harry Smith, which is pretty surprising since we all were kind of into him getting re-signed, and now he never made it on TV.
That's weird. So I
One
saw
dark
Harry,
match.
I saw Harry Smith, and I'm like, who the hell is that?
Yeah,
And it's DH Smith.
Yeah,
That's crazy. They
Or in MLW with Davey Boy Jr.
Davey Boy Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
But why sign him and do nothing with him?
I mean, the rumors out there that they're making The Rock. Rumor is, but Nia put it to bed on her own Twitter that it was about vaccination. But from what I see now, that was just a rumor. I tend to go with certain people on Twitter that I believe and certain that I'm like, well, maybe what they're saying is false. But
yeah.
I mean,
so Nia was out for a while.
So yeah, Nia Jax,
mental illness.
Yes, she took some time off for mental health, like a lot of people have been doing lately, which is great. I love that people are finally acknowledging that they need help. But
I'm glad it's finally being recognized as an illness.
Yes,
And not, he's crazy or
Yeah.
she's crazy. Yeah.
but what sucks is when she's asking for help and this happens. Now even if it's not the reason she got let go, it's going to weigh in your mind. Is this why? Could this have attributed to why I was let go? And then it's going to stop people from talking out, or it stops her from talking out again.
So she was out for mental health, and she was supposed to come back for a November
14th, I think is what it
November
was.
14th
Yeah,
show or
14th
something.
show.
And she said, no, I'm not quite ready
Well,
yet.
yeah, she asked for an extension because she wasn't ready.
Well, now she's got a lot of time.
Yeah.
The other thing that's sad is now she's sort of lost her insurance for her to get help.
Wow, I mean,
But WWE does pay for a lot, like pay guys to go to rehab and stuff.
yeah, I guess so, but that's different.
Now she's on her own, so
Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik, which I'm surprised they lasted this long. I'm surprised they lasted past Kalisto.
they asked
I know.
for it from what I
Yeah.
read. They both
Oh,
wanted
really?
out.
Well,
They probably want to go work in AAA or work in.
Grand Metalik asked for his release a while ago. But I honestly, once Kalisto got let go, I expected the rest of
Lucha
them
House Party to go. Yeah, right.
Um,
Because he was the driving soul, which Samurai Del Sol, there was no pun intended there.
yeah.
But Samurai Del Sol debuted for AEW. Technically, he's not signed. It's the open door policy where they were wrestling for the AAA titles.
yeah.
I can see those two showing up in like Lucha Underground or
I don't think Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
yeah.
And with ROH leaving, it's us. So like ROH is going away in December. Obviously, they're not going to sign any new talent. I'm hoping that show will have some cool guys show up and just saying a thank you to ROH. But what really sucks is now you're looking at another place that people don't have to go. So
Yeah.
you just released whatever you said, 18 people, and those people don't have anywhere to go right now. As far as indie dates, ROH was probably the highest paying indie that was out there, and now with them gone,
GCW.
but they have a very minute.
And I hate to say this, but I feel like
they're gonna book.
I hate to say this, but I feel like Impact is at indie level now.
I don't consider them, but I mean I guess so. I don't know.
AEW is going to get so crowded; they're going to have to do something.
do you guys think that maybe WWE has plans to sign a ton of those Ring of Honor guys?
It doesn't.
So they had a
So they're 12 million in debt apparently, 12.5 or something like that. So if anybody, they're pretty much putting up their library for sale. This is again, I read this on the internet. I don't know how true it is. They're putting up their library for sale. The rumor is that Vince and Tony Khan are both trying to buy it. So is Vince going to sign some of the guys? Maybe, hey, I'll buy your library and some of your contracts and, make a deal that way.
Or does he swoop in like WCW and say, I'll take everything for a couple million. I'll take the whole kit and caboodle.
I mean, they're going to have to take, they need at least 12 point whatever million, right, to pay back their debts.
Well, that ain't nothing for Vince. He leaves that for a tip at a restaurant.
I mean, that's true, but it's also nothing for Tony Khan.
But if they're
True.
releasing these people, would it really make sense to sign more guys?
I mean, maybe that's the point of the release. I can't see why they would release Karrion Kross to sign a bunch of ROH guys, but
Well, they didn't know what to do with Karrion Kross, unfortunately.
so yeah, let's talk about that. So
Yeah, but say Karrion Kross is making $5 million. You can sign 5 guys at $1 million for that. Maybe they're not biggest stars, but
I'm very surprised that
quantity over
I'm very surprised that Vince didn't like Karrion Kross more. I really thought he was going to get pushed.
big guy.
But we all said once they didn't
Went
bring
to the main
Scarlet,
roster, right?
they didn't bring Scarlet Witch, and we all said once that happened, he was pretty much gone.
And they tweaked his entrance. He had a cool entrance.
Yes.
She used to sing his theme song or whatever.
Yeah. So do you think guys like when you can't figure out what to do with guys like Keith Lee and Karrion Kross, I think that speaks volumes to your creative, not the wrestlers themselves. I know this is going to happen, but I don't think anybody should look down at Keith Lee or Karrion Kross by saying, "Oh, they couldn't cut in the WWE. They got released." Bullshit. They were cutting it. They were doing the best, the very best with what they were given. There's only so much you can do with that stuff.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, they made Karrion Kross a BDSM guy. Fucking that match was worse than
I mean, but he could have made it work, I guess. I don't know. But
If Vince trusts Triple H and Shawn with NXT, another company, let's say, why doesn't he trust them when they come to the main roster?
Yeah, I don't know.
Triple H built these guys. I believe in Triple H. Let's go. No, he tweaks them. And none of them, look at Ricochet, Aleister Black, Andrade. None of them make it.
I think Ricochet is going to be on his way out.
I mean, the list of people that were released this year, though, is really astonishing.
Braun, Bray.
I don't think I've ever seen that many big names.
Like, yeah, we would say, oh, how did you release Aleister? How did you release Andrade? How did you release Braun? Well, they didn't release Braun, but how did you release Bobby Fish? That's us. In their eyes, though, how the fuck did they let go of Bray and Braun Strowman? That is amazing, man.
How do you let Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan walk?
I see that happening. They were gonna walk no matter what. And then the rumor that Gargano is up. Maybe, I don't know if that's true. I mean, Steen being up, I don't know.
I think they're gonna do something.
Oh, we got music going now.
Yeah, they're letting people in.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
It's a party now.
It seems like they're gonna do something with Ciampa and Gargano though. So Gargano was staring at Ciampa.
Yeah, and he said it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and this will be the first time we see Gargano heel, Ciampa face, right?
I think so.
They haven't done that dynamic yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could potentially be something.
Yeah. Fans are making their way in.
Yeah.
Getting ready to watch them.
They're hanging from the rafters, as they used to say.
That's a terrible analogy.
Well, that's back in my day.
Brandon, you want to join? Yeah. Come on, sit down. Put the headphones on. We got our first guest.
We have a chair somewhere. Oh, no, they took it away.
Oh, who took it? That's ours.
Grab that black chair.
It was in the way, so they just moved it.
Oh, okay. Well,
people couldn't get through,
He's coming. It's funny. We got a guy with a DX shirt on, and we got a guy with an NWO shirt on. It's like the Monday Night Wars in here.
He's got a Phillies hat too, though, so he's cool.
It doesn't matter. Braves won the World Series, almost the Super Bowl. So yeah, bask in that trash can. Bask in that glory.
Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
Yes, I swear all the time.
I was going to say he's on it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Anything.
I can't hear him really.
I mean, yeah, it's getting loud in here.
No,
Okay.
I mean he's low.
So I have an interesting subject if you guys want to talk about it.
No conspiracy theories.
None.
I'm not allowed to talk about them. Go ahead.
But this is an interesting thing nobody has ever talked about. I've heard on any podcast.
Let's talk about it.
The parallels between the fan bases of WWE or wrestling in general and NASCAR from 1997 to 2003.
I don't know.
No, hear me out on this.
I don't know
okay?
enough about NASCAR.
Hear me out about this, okay? Because in 97 to 2003, NASCAR and WWE both had their boom period. Their fans were more than they ever had.
Okay.
They've never had fans like that before or since. And they've never had.
Oh, really?
They've never.
NASCAR's not doing well anymore?
No, they've like WWE. They went so against what their tradition is that they're no longer as popular as they were, and they're losing fans rapidly, like WWE is.
That's interesting.
But at the same time, if you look back in the day, WCW always had at least 2 race cars on the track that were sponsored,
That's true. Yeah.
and they always
I
had
remember that.
racing everything.
They literally had race car gimmicks. Didn't they have a team called the
WCW had monster trucks, Goldberg and Sting.
They did the whole monster truck on the roof
Hogan.
thing.
Yeah, they had it all.
Giant.
So if you look at it from 97 to 2003, they both had the similar fan bases for basically middle America, whoever, the working class people. They all watched both racing and wrestling, and that's why there was a lot of crossover between the fan bases and parallels there. That it's funny how they rose at the same time and they kind of fell at the same time.
So with that, I'm gonna use an analogy that I fucking hate. But who is the Hulk Hogan of NASCAR.
Jeff Gordon.
So he stopped
Because Earnhardt is Steve Austin.
junior or senior?
Senior. He was Steve Austin because
I don't think Steve Austin died in a crash.
And no, neither did Earnhardt. He died before he hit the wall.
I think Earnhardt Senior
But
is
no,
actually Owen.
No, he's not Owen.
No, he's got to be Owen because he
Because
died doing the thing that he was. That he
Here's
loved.
why he was why I say he was Steve Austin. He was the anti-hero. He wore all black.
Okay.
He was either loved or hated. There was no middle ground. Jeff Gordon was the pretty boy. He was everybody liked him. He was the Hulk Hogan because he sold all the merchandise. He drove them into the next century.
I do remember a lot of Jeff Gordon.
He brought it from the Southeast redneck sport to a main event sport, like Hogan did with WCW. He brought it from a regional Atlanta-based redneck organization up to a nationally known TNT Disney World organization.
Okay. I like where this is going. I don't know enough about it, but I like it.
He brought all the big stars in, and just like with NASCAR, they bring in stars like Danica Patrick, who was the first woman to ever win an IndyCar
Oh, I
race.
remember her from the
Came
GoDaddy
to NASCAR because it was more money, it was bigger fame. Nobody else knew who the hell she was in the majority of the motorsport community, unless they were hardcore and watched IndyCar also. Because for a long time, IndyCar was split.
So is Danica Patrick the RVD?
No, Danica Patrick is more like the what the hell's her name? Barbie Blank. Kelly
God.
Kelly. She's more like Kelly Kelly because she did something great one time, and then after that she failed the whole time. Danica Patrick had one good moment in twin rig Motegi in Japan,
So
where she won.
she's actually Bret Hart. One good match against Shawn Michaels, and the rest of it's shit.
I don't know about all that, but okay. I think Bret had a few good matches. I mean, he made Austin into the Austin we know and love. So I mean, with their match that they had when they
Austin
did
had a good
the double turn there.
Yeah.
Just because Bret was good. Here's another thing to think about. What if Bret and Owen decided we don't want to follow our father's footsteps? Let's go play hockey. What if they would have played hockey? Do you think they would have been as good at hockey?
I don't know.
As they would have
Were
been
they
at
good
wrestling?
at hockey? I don't know. I mean,
They were
athletes.
Canadian.
They're athletes.
And they were
I mean,
obligated to be good at it because they were Western Canadian.
that is surprising. None of the Hearts ever
Not
diverged from
one. They never went anywhere else. They never went into movies. They never went into fighting. I mean,
Brett was in a TV show, Lonely Doves, right?
it was like a made-for-TV movie on
Lonesome
TNT, I think, or
And
something.
he was on The Simpsons with that counter.
Oh yeah.
That does count.
They didn't definitely act on his voice.
Actually, Steve Austin was also on Nash Bridges.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
He was like his partner for a season of the show. I think it was a season or something.
yeah. They were going to spin him off into his own show.
Yeah.
He was so tied up with WWE, he wouldn't have had any of the schedule.
And I think WWE would have wanted their hands all over it like they do with everything else. But they would have been like, oh, well, he has to do this, he has to do that. He can never be in danger because he has to be over.
Yeah, he can't shoot anybody and ruin his character,
And he has to stun at least one old lady per episode.
And he has to somehow get the WWE logo in every episode.
Yeah, he has to wear his gimmick T-shirt every time he's out arresting somebody.
Broadcast WWE headquarters every show.
Is this shoot? Is this something that really happened?
Yes, it happened. He was on a show called Nash Bridges with Don Johnson, who was on Miami Vice. It was.
Did he play himself?
Yes. No. He actually played another character, but you could tell clearly it was Steve Austin. Like they didn't have a wig or nothing. It wasn't like Hogan in that show that he had, where he had to wear the wig.
Oh, Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. This was like legitimately they were put him on the show with Don Johnson because he was the biggest name on TV at the time. Steve
Can you
Austin.
believe that Hogan actually wanted to quit wrestling for Thunder in Paradise?
Yeah.
Quit. No, that's insane.
I believe nothing that comes out of Hulk Hogan's mouth except for the fact that he thinks he was the biggest star of all time.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he's the biggest penis of all time.
No, I mean there's bigger out there.
Well,
I
I
mean,
think that word that he said is probably, there's some roots in there. That wasn't slip up he said once.
Oh,
That's,
you know, the thing about that is too, like people act like Hogan was never a racist guy. But look at the people that he would not put over.
Yeah, he used to say racist shit all the time.
He said it all the time. He called, I forget what wrestler from Japan, he called it Jack. It was not good.
Well,
Am I allowed to say that? I said that, but he called him that.
When he was doing
Yokozuna.
when he was wrestling Slaughter around the Kuwait thing, he would talk about like sand monkeys and stuff like that.
He said it all the time.
Killing them and stuff.
Like people were surprised that he said the N-word, but I mean,
no, it's not.
I think you know what happened? He thought he had permission because Booker T called him that.
I don't think so. I don't think he did.
He thought he got handed the card that some white guy they could say.
besides saying that word, I mean, It was like his best friend's wife and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's some shady stuff that we don't know about.
That's a shitty person right there.
Anybody that hangs out with Brutus Beefcake on the regular, it's probably a shitty person.
No. We don't talk shit about Brutus Beefcake here.
With the banging, brother.
We like Brutus.
Brutus the Butcher Beefcake. But
Hey, butchered a friendship.
He butchered it.
So you invited Brandon on, huh?
Yeah. We went to school together. We've known each other since a very young age. We also trained wrestling together.
played hockey together.
And we played hockey together. We trained at the Dungeon Wrestling School in Brandon, Pennsylvania. But yeah. What's that?
Listen, he has a lot of friends you don't know about. A lot of them
I have friends in high places.
A lot of them are well-endowed females, but he's a taken man now, so he can't hang out with them as much. So he lets them fall off.
They have penises.
He lets some of the ones that we know that are female too. Hey, it's acceptable if they do. It's fine, but I'm just glad they've informed me that they have them, so I don't make any errors.
Because I work with a guy. Nobody really talks to him.
No, I don't talk to them.
It's like the person's transgender, they don't talk to him?
No, I mean, people in general.
I don't talk to work because I don't like people.
Okay.
I really don't like
He
people.
walks around with a look on his face like he's going to murder you. He's
I'm not a very personal person.
Maybe something should try to talk to him and see if that face changes.
It doesn't. People do try to talk to me, and I just stare at them.
You guys work together.
Yeah, we work
Oh,
together.
I thought you meant another guy.
No. Yeah, we work together.
Listen, I'll tell you what. When you get me, him, and our friend Troy together,
Oh yeah.
all hell breaks loose, pretty much. It's like letting Michael Hayes party with the Hardy Boys in the late '90s. It's just not a good role model.
Like, literally, I need to whip.
We're picking up Dennis. Dennis is talking right now.
That's not good.
They did, and then somebody's trying to walk in front of the cameras, which is a terrible idea. Please don't trip over the wires. No, he's walking behind her.
He's an older
They might
guy,
pick
so
him
he
up.
might break a hip.
Well, we just don't want any wires to get tripped.
Yeah, there's a ton of wires.
I want the wires. Wires are expensive.
Yeah. There's a lot of people from the dungeon here as well.
So Brandon, what is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Oh, that's hard. I like so many for so many different reasons. But I think, like, when I was a kid, I was like Shawn Michaels because all the shenanigans he did.
I love Shawn. So let's actually do this. This is a better question.
Okay.
You have 1 month in solitary confinement, and you can watch one wrestling match. What is it?
It would be, honestly, and it sounds cliche, but it would be Triple H Undertaker WrestleMania 17.
The one where he throws them off the thing, yeah.
Because of the simple fact that was the one that sealed the deal for the Attitude Era.
Good match, yeah.
That was the last, in my opinion, great WrestleMania match an Undertaker had. The rest of them after that really shouldn't have counted. Because they were good, but nothing could go back to that level. Even him and Shawn, because Shawn was past his prime.
Yeah.
I mean, the next year they do that with Shawn, maybe.
Yeah, when he comes back. Yeah.
But they didn't do that till they were both way too old to be doing main event matches anymore.
John, what would yours be?
It's tough.
I would pick the 92 Rumble.
I do love Will
Are you a
It's such
Flair
good
guy?
story.
No,
he's a Brett guy. I'm a Shawn guy.
I'm
So
a
yeah,
Brett guy, but-
we bicker back and forth.
But I'm also older, so I grew up in the Hogan era. That's my guy,
How old are you?
44.
Okay, I'm 33.
Yeah, I'm 10 years older than Justin. So.
What about you? He's a baby.
Yeah.
He has no idea what we're talking about. We don't talk about Eddie Guerrero.
What's your favorite match of all time?
Way to put me on the spot.
He's gonna say something like Santino Marella versus Bobby
Well, no,
Lashley.
because it's interesting having three different eras. Because he's newer, we're middle, he's older.
He has the 80s.
So-
I have the 90s.
He might like a match like at Ruthless Aggression. Be like,
Oh yeah,
he likes Golden Era.
Billy and Chuck wrestled 3-minute warning once. And everyone
Santina Morella.
No.
The Mitch Battle Royal.
Honestly, I really enjoyed Eddie and Brock.
Yeah, that was a great era of wrestling.
That was like 2005-ish.
Once that stopped,
2004-ish.
like that's when I really got just associated with wrestling. Once with Brock and Eddie was probably my last good feud that I really watched what was happening in wrestling.
So do you agree that Ruthless Aggression ended in 2007 and not when they said it did?
Well, I don't know what they consider it ended.
Because I consider it ending when those kind of guys left.
I mean,
When you didn't have
he left.
Well, no. I mean, those guys like Eddie wasn't there anymore, and like Jericho was kind of slowing down. He was in and out. All the Attitude guys started moving out, and really didn't build up the other guys to be big stars. They had to forge through themselves. I mean, look at Dolph Ziggler. He had to be a freaking male cheerleader with 4 other dudes doing the same thing to get over, and you can make that work.
Never gone over,
but he had to make it work to get over on his own. Yeah. So what would you say? What was yours?
Probably Eddie as well. Just anything with Eddie in general, to be honest.
But Eddie and Bradshaw, I think, was better than Eddie and
that chair shot.
Yeah.
Those crazy bloody bull rope and all everything. Like
Eddie and Brock's historical significance.
Yeah.
Eddie and JBL with a better story.
Yeah.
So what is Eddie your favorite wrestler of all time?
No. Punk.
Yeah, he usually goes with Punk. Yeah.
I was one of those weird marks who used to watch CZW when it was on local cable.
And speaking of, I have DVDs to sell over there.
I saw
99.
I saw CM
Lobo,
Punk's one and only match.
Peter. Oh yeah. Justice Fate, right?
Yes.
Justice Fate, yeah.
And I can't remember a lot about it, but he still had blonde hair. And I was like, oh, who's this guy?
And he
CM
had
Punk.
the-
He has the
he had the
Pepsi
red-
tattoo.
He had the red and black, like fighter trunks.
And if I'm not mistaken, he had either a fractured skull or a concussion before that match.
Something
that he was
happened,
recovering from something that happened on the Indies.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. But they ended that. They pulled CZW off of there because they started using weed whackers on each other.
Yeah, wife beater.
Yeah, wife beater. I believe it was either Zandig or Messiah. Maybe Messiah was gone by then. It might have been Justice Pain. But they were using weed whackers. And it's like the local cable networks were like, no, we can't have this even at 11 o'clock at night. We can't.
Speaking of CZW, though, Black Jesus here from CZW. I remember the first time I saw him was on CZW television. Blackout. Oh,
Remember
Blackout.
Tournament of Death?
When we went there? Still having, yes. So yeah, guys, all the Tournament of Death stories I have, they're all with him.
Yeah.
He went. He was my Tournament of Death partner,
and
he wants to go. They want to go so bad.
There was this guy that became like our instant friend because he was in line in front of us. He was like, "Oh, guys, I'm gonna Facebook friend you."
I told you
this, that, the other. And it was like they had drones going. It was hot as balls outside. There were drunk college people.
Cookies from someone that I didn't know.
The one person had a Fat Albert baseball bat. You know what that is? Like the old fat ones that have like a skinny handle. They had one of those. I think they had beer cans wrapped around it and thumbtacks or something. They glued on individually and gave to the guys. And he pulled it back with one guy. I was like, "It's not for you, not yet." And he gave it to the other guy.
Yeah, he's dead, man.
So we went to Delaware. I think it was
2018, 19.
Yeah, but it was like
18.
It was like a week or two after TOD was there, and we were upset. So after that, we were like, "Okay, we gotta go."
COVID happened.
But you know what? Though? I will say this: are you a fan of death matches?
So he doesn't. He's not. He hasn't really seen a lot of it.
Okay. You know what you should do before you go there is watch MLW from the mid '90s
or MLW tonight
or MLW whenever it's on. Not that MLW. I'm talking. I think it's MLW that was in Japan. That was hardcore back.
Oh
in the day.
no!
The one that Sabu went to from FMW. Sorry, not MLW. FMW. Go watch FMW. I don't know why I mixed those two up.
He's seen a couple of FMW.
But go there and watch them.
He knows about it.
And then go to Tournament of Death.
So I really enjoy ECW stuff. I wish I was alive to experience ECW. So I know. Yeah. I'm 24, so I was born in '97 as ECW.
Crazy that he hasn't, he doesn't know anything about ECW.
I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind coming from me. ECW was the most overrated promotion of all time.
Bullshit.
Oh God.
Here's why I say that.
This is our last episode.
No, I'm kidding. And it wasn't the most overrated of all time, but I'll tell you this: why it wasn't on par with WCW or WWE at any point in time. It's not. I shouldn't say it's the most overrated, but it's the most overhyped, maybe, because there were guys that were on there that were amazing, but they could not keep them because they were not financially stable enough. If you keep Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, you keep all these guys that were coming up back in the day. Your promotion jumps over WCW in '99. Who needs
Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit when you have fucking Jerry Lynn, baby?
Jerry Lynn. Yeah, he didn't make it anywhere else except maybe TNA for a bit.
He's an AEW.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. AEW is like TNA circa 2005. All the guys that are no longer wanted in WWE go there now.
So that's funny that you said. So like you don't watch wrestling anymore, right? You don't know any modern
I don't have
stuff.
time about it, and a lot of the new guys I just can't get behind because they all look the same to me.
I bet you would love MJF.
With the scarf. I've seen some of his stuff.
Fuck
MJF.
that. No, he is such an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of his stuff with
perfect.
Jericho when the Inner Circle was going against his crew or whatever. And I saw a little bit of that.
Everything.
He's okay, but I don't really know a lot about him.
Dude, he lives the gimmick.
You know,
he doesn't turn it off.
You know who I like, who you probably won't believe I like, because I just think he's fucking different than everybody else.
Darby?
No, Orange Cassidy.
I love Orange. I literally just dressed up like him. I love Orange Cassidy.
I love the fact that he's so different. He doesn't have to go out there and talk about how great he is.
Tell we've been friends for like years.
Yeah, he just goes like this, and he just does a thumbs up, and he gets so over with the fans. And where AEW does better than TNA is to push guys like that.
He is the fans. He's what we all love. It's funny. He doesn't take it serious.
He's a grown man wearing jean on jean. How badass is that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And he doesn't look like a wrestler.
No, but he looks like a dude.
A lot of the guys don't look like
He looks like a
wrestlers.
dude. He looks like a dude you'd hang out with.
I heard a great, I forget who it was on the podcast talking about wrestling back in the day in our eras.
You know what?
As
Fuck
opposed
back
to
in
this
the
new
day.
one. The wrestlers now, though, all look like normal people. They don't look like maniacs. They don't look like murderers. It doesn't look like a jail when you walk in a locker room. So the guys are like, back in the day, imagine walking into a locker room
No, I get it.
with Harley Race.
Yeah. Fucking animal.
Yeah.
I mean,
and whatever those guys were doing back then, as opposed to now, everybody is kind of good looking. Well, I mean, yeah, but everybody now is kind of good looking, kind of has all their followers, and they have like an image and their own brand. You try to give Harley Race a brand, he's like, "What are you talking about? I don't need a brand,"
Back in the day, wrestlers look like the guys you don't want to run into at a bar.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like if
that guy tells you step outside, you're gonna be scared shitless.
Honestly, if I walked into a bar and a guy like Hawk or Animal, even a guy like Rick Steiner comes up to me and says, "We have a problem." I'm like, "We don't have any problem. I'm gonna buy you some beers." But if a guy like Dolph Ziggler comes up to us, or a guy like some of these other guys, like
just because you're built doesn't mean you can fight me.
Tyler Breeze, he's like, we got a problem. I'll make it the fuck out of here. What's your problem? But you get one of those guys. You get like freaking Sid Vicious. We got a problem, dude. No, we don't. Here's some beers. Go ahead. I'll get you your softball bat.
That was, for my era, that's what Vince liked. He wants guys who want to be like me.
Yeah.
He like the bigger the better the bad guy.
Exactly.
The steroid
if they get stared down in a bar, they're gonna hold their own.
What does Bruce Pritchard always say? They put the turd head at the airport.
Yeah.
But no, that's why UFC took off so much in the mid to late 90s, because they had Tank fucking Abbott.
That's true. I love Tank Abbott.
He's the every man, every guy, every one of us knows at least two guys who look like Tank Abbott.
Fat beer
He's
drinker.
a fat outdoors guy, enjoys beer, has a beard, is a little bit of a maniac, and likes to fight.
He just punches until he stops punching.
He looks like your friend's dad.
Yeah, or until he runs out of cardio and Frank Mir taps him. One of the two.
Where's your friend with the NWO shirt go? I wanted to talk to him.
I don't know. He's right over there.
Oh, can you flag him down? I wanted to bring him on and see if he had anything to say.
I don't know his name.
Oh, okay.
He was just one of the guys. He was here with one of the wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. He was like his friend from college. They were in theater together. I said basically the same thing.
So I'm the younger generation.
Right.
Terrible generation.
So do you guys enjoy the big guys, the house fights, or do you enjoy the current wrestling style?
I enjoy big guy, little guy matches. You don't see them anymore.
Dylan, you want to jump on before the show starts? Brandon, hop on for a minute. We'll get back to this. Dylan,
All right, I'll be right back. Here.
We got a referee coming in.
Referee just counted him out.
Hold on, he's got to take his earpiece out. Out of his back pocket at least. So he doesn't sit on and break it.
Man,
This is
Great.
What do you want to talk about? We can talk about anything. We can talk about
whatever it's in. Are we live right?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live?
yeah.
We're live, pal.
Oh,
We're live.
Let's start over. No, remind.
No, we're gonna start over. We're good.
So
So what Dylan is so what do you feel about the release? See, we can talk about to that.
oh, we're talking about release.
We can because Brandon doesn't really know a lot of current stuff.
So
He's old school.
so for me, like a lot of these releases, I know a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
So like, I feel a type of way. Like a lot of my guys, like they're not making their consistent money now.
That sucks. It does.
So,
It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah, the end of the day, though, like,
who are you excited to see back on Indies to have these great matches?
honestly, Biff. Good old
Really?
Biff Busick. Yeah, I think he's gonna make a tear, and then sign with AEW. I think he's gonna wait a little
think
bit.
so?
Yeah.
So that's only Lorcan, right?
Yeah. Only.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known him since
Yeah.
he started blowing up a little bit. So
Yeah, Biff was around. He was friends with like Tony Deppen and Gulak, right?
of course, yeah. I was there when he first blew up at a certain company that I can't really mention.
Well, so Dylan is big into the Samoan family.
Of course.
So
that's
we were
my
actually
family.
talking about this today, that Rock is not technically part of the Samoan family.
I mean, you know, I can't
close.
say. I
He's
can't.
close, but
I can't
he's not.
confirm
He's
or
not.
deny.
He is not. So who's I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh man, you're getting me heat already?
Favorite Samoan wrestler? In ring. Let's just go in ring.
I always have a deep love for Humaga.
That's true. Yeah, Eddie's great. Yeah.
You know, that's one of the first guys that I really got behind when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Before I even knew about the whole Samoan family. You know, I always say, like, if he was still around today, he'd probably be in Roman's spot. Like,
That's true.
I've always had a deep love for Umaga, just the presence and everything he's had.
I love 3-minute warning.
So let's just make this very clear. Lance is gonna kick your ass, right?
Never.
So
You didn't
Dylan,
say Lance.
Dylan here is a referee that we've known from the dungeon. So I have to admit though, when I went to the dungeon a couple times and saw you just chilling there, I was like, okay, it's just somebody.
Who's this fucking douche?
Yeah. So I didn't know you were a ref.
Yeah.
And then I saw you ref at Outbreak, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Dylan's repping.
I'm a Wild Samoan kid.
Yeah.
I've been, training there.
Dylan knows his shit about indie wrestling a lot.
I do.
Like, he's really into indie stuff.
I've been a Samoan kid. You know, I go to the dungeon every once in a while. Mark kind of took me in and has taught me the ways. I have great Samu on Hawaii. I got a lot of great people behind me. You know, without them, I don't know where I would be in this business. If I would even got in the business, if it wasn't for guys like Samu and.
So are you full send on referee, or do you want to train?
So I do want to transition.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I do eventually want to transition, but right now, like, I'm enjoying the ref. You know, I want to ride it for a little bit and then transition. You know.
How old are you? You're young.
I'm only 23.
Yeah.
Or 24.
You got time. You got time.
I'm 24.
You got time to do your shit, man. Own your craft. Make sure you get it right, because you get it right, you'll be amazing right off the bat.
I appreciate that.
I'm sure reffing isn't easy. I mean,
it's not as easy as people think.
Not.
Yeah.
People
are
think,
like, yeah, I could be a ref. No, you can't. No, you
people
can't.
think all you do is count the 1, 2, 3. Like, yeah.
So what's the hardest part for you as
Hardest
being a
part
referee?
for me is my nerves. Because, like, we're going out there more than once.
Yeah.
So, and we got to remember a bunch
that's
of
another
shit.
thing people don't think about. Wrestlers wrestle once a night. Referees are out there multiple times.
Like tonight, like we have 8 matches. I'm going out there twice tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Especially when you're out there with, like, big names, like.
Yeah.
And then I hate to break kayfabe here, but as you're going over spots, some of them involve you.
Yeah.
And if you don't catch that at the right time, smart fans are going to catch that. And
So who do you have tonight? What match do you have tonight?
I'll be reffing good old South Philly's finest.
Oh, nice.
I've known them
You
since
got
I
the tag
was
match, yeah.
this guys. And then I got Matt Quay's match.
I love that.
American Hammer. Get familiar with that name because that kid's on the come up.
I have a signed Brian Pillman figure by Matt.
I started that. I will take full blame for that.
If you look at him, his mullet.
He looks just like him. Backlight is the best. He really is. He's my favorite, like, up and coming. He picked it up so fast. I remember seeing him in the gym, working. He was working.
And Justin and I were at an Outbreak Quarantine taping, I believe. And we saw Matt Quay for the first time.
The most beautiful elbow ever.
That springboard elbow is beautiful.
Perfect.
He's one of those guys that has it.
Yes.
Like, you can look at him and just see that guy's going to be a star one day.
He's a nice guy, too. Super nice.
I can't wait for, like, one day to take my kid to wrestling and go. And she says, that guy's really cool. And she points to Matt Quay, because it's going to happen.
I hope that happens with me too, man.
It's going to happen.
That's what I live for, It's all about the children at the end of the day,
So I want to bring up something. Have you met Earl Hebner?
I have.
Did you pick his ear about
I
it?
did, of course. That was
the
a great
Outbreak
man.
show?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
good
at
deal.
Outbreak, and then the day after we were at the autograph signing.
Yeah.
Greatest guy I've ever met. Like he super nice, super like super teachable.
Knowledgeable, yeah.
Yeah. He taught me so much.
That's good. I'm glad.
He put me over. I was like, oh, awesome.
I mean, he's no Neil Patrick.
yeah.
Nick Patrick.
He was.
I was thinking Neil Patrick Harris.
But I'm sure you learned a lot from Earl.
Oh, of course, like I've learned, even if you're not repping or whatever, just pick brains, like if you're just sitting in the back and you've got a superstar, no matter what they, how far in they are, pick brains, because at the end of the day, what might be good for somebody might not be good for you.
Yeah.
So you got to learn, you got to sponge it all in. Like,
yeah.
So when we brought Chris Van Vliet, obviously we picked his ear a little bit.
Yeah.
Anthony Blackwell from Tornado Tag picked his ear a hell of a lot. He just had it on his show.
IwEP Network.
Yeah. So bringing these guys in, legend, current stars, whatever, don't be afraid to talk to them.
Oh,
man.
hell no.
They're so personable.
And
You know, breaking kayfabe again, let's say you have a guy like Dolph Ziggler, right? He's a douchebag on TV. I'm sure he's funny as hell and nice as hell in person.
Maybe.
Yeah, he does stand up.
Funny.
Don't be afraid to talk to them.
yeah, if there's any advice I can give, I've only been doing this for 3 years.
Only.
But go to seminars. Get out there.
Yeah.
Like seminars,
Anybody
people
that's
hate on
inspiring,
seminars.
yeah.
But you know what? Like that one seminar might get you somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
Did you go to D-Lo?
yeah, D-Lo was great.
He
D-Lo.
seems
Were
like
you
a really
around
cool
for
guy.
the Raven one? Were you?
I was not.
Okay, that might have been. And you went to the Raven one. Brandon went to the Raven one. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't expose the freeness.
Yeah. He might be listening. If he is, tweet us. I don't know.
Don't expose it.
I was at the show that Shane Douglas didn't show up for twice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Don't get me heat, brother. Don't get me heat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Brandon was with the Shane Douglas story with the T-shirt. Brandon was there for that. Yeah. He worked me so hard.
So,
Oh man.
what's it like hanging out with the Outbreak crew and outside of Outbreak shows?
So-
Wow, putting over
Outbreak was
Outbreak
like
at
the
an
second-
AAW show.
Outbreak was like the second place to give me an opportunity to do repping.
Who was the
Like,
first?
first was WXWC4. That's my home.
Okay, yeah.
Born and raised WXWC4. Well, not born and raised, but I grew up on WXWC4. If it wasn't for WXWC4, I probably would have never got into the business.
Hey.
There's a match that I always go back to, and I wish there was footage of it. Sammy Callahan versus Homicide, Sportsfest 2012.
That's two of my favorites.
That match right there was like, I gotta get into this business, and that's what said it for me. Like everybody can have their WrestleMania match. I, got to see my match in Allentown. Like, where I'm born and
mine's not a
raised.
WrestleMania match. My match that brought me back into wrestling, loving it again, is TJP and Kyle O'Reilly from PWG.
That's
Wow,
a great
cool.
match.
It's so hard to find
You gotta
footage
talk
of
to
it.
TJ about that. when you
High
bring him
Spots
in.
Network, baby.
Yeah.
That's $9.99 in the business.
Yeah.
We're bringing
I'm not
TJ.
getting royalties for that.
I don't subscribe to the network anymore. Whatever it is. So maybe that's where my $10.
We're bringing
the best way you can
TJP
spend,
December.
IWTV and High Spots.
Yeah.
You get all the wrestling you want.
So, is there a certain referee that you've watched in WWE, WCW, whatever, that just you needed to do that?
Well, there was one guy that I really can't mention now.
You can't mention. Oh, come on.
News broke today, so I'm kind of,
Oh no. All right, we'll talk after we're done recording.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
what
there
you're
was
talking
one
about,
guy. There
but
was
I haven't
one
been on my
guy.
phone a lot today, so
There was one guy. He was like the guy that I've watched and learned from. But you know what? I'm gonna put Matt Green over.
hell
as
yeah,
a-
Greeny
A
baby.
guy that has took me under his wing lately.
So Green actually used to work with us. Yeah,
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, he used to work with us for a very small time.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
That's great. But yeah, Matt Green's kind of taking me under his wing. Lance Frazier,
Oh yeah, love
he's
Lance.
taking me under his
He's
wing.
such a fun guy to be around. Too,
So,
yeah.
like I said, I've gotten, blessed with being around the people I've been around.
Yeah.
Like, not many people get to be around the things that I've been.
Is this your first time on a podcast?
No, this is my third one.
All right. What the hell?
The first one was Gio and Dennis.
okay.
The second one was with Anthony Blackwell and his crew.
So you were on Tornado Attack.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So now we
that's
got
part of
this
the IwEP.
This is
so
the more.
we can't hate. Those are all our friends. So we can't hate that.
This is
in the family.
This is the first more formal one where you
okay.
know, I'm not so nervous about being on here.
Well, we
good.
appreciate that.
I'm high and drunk. Fuck it.
You guys all friends, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't be so nervous.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I don't want to say friends in a bad way. Like, obviously, we don't hang out outside of this, but I mean, if he said, "Hey, you want to go somewhere?" Yeah, sure.
Well, we support each other.
Yeah.
Everything we do.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yes.
Like
We treat wrestling as a
one-
family.
That's one thing with wrestling I wish more
Yes.
people would do. You know,
It's a
we're
family.
all
It's not a
trying to get
competition.
we're all trying to get to that one goal to be on a bigger stage. And sometimes some people just don't get that. Like
Yeah.
we're a bunch of men rolling around in Spandex.
Yeah, really.
Like,
It really is. I mean,
You know,
either like
this shit's supposed to be fun.
you either like it or you don't. The people who do, I think we have more fun with. The people who don't, you gotta
Some
figure out
people
how to
take it a little too serious. You know, you guys have been around for a while.
Yeah. Well, I think we should probably wrap up. I think the show's about to start.
Yes.
I think so.
Thank you for being a guest on
Of
here.
course.
We're gonna
good
come
luck
back
tonight.
on. Yeah, we're gonna come back on for intermission.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you guys.
Good show tonight, man.
I hope. I'm shitting bricks, but I'm not showing it.
Do it. We'll press stop.
So you guys,
You know what you want I want to send that match to AEW and tell them to sign your ass. You take your shit serious.
Yeah,
And that's what I love.
I take it very, very serious. I try to work as much as I can.
We're gonna break maybe a little bit. You fucking boss when you're supposed to bump. You know, you do what you're supposed to do. You're the. You don't care about making the other guy look good. If you look good,
Let's make everybody look good. We make everybody
We
look good.
love-
Then we're all stars.
We love your springboard elbow. I can't talk highly enough
It's a
about
little
it.
low, little
low.
I love the
You
ceiling.
know what?
but
The
you
ceiling
did
was
it.
a little lower. They hit it from the second.
You in general are just an amazing worker. We appreciate your work. Thank you.
I'm gonna say this too. I don't think you realize, fellas, how good you are yet. Yeah, listen, brother, you don't know where you could go yet.
Man, just keep the confidence up.
Hey, we're not blowing
keep
up
it.
either. We're being freaking serious.
No, I know, and I appreciate it.
I said this to fans that I was friends with before, and I'll say this about you. Whether I knew you or not, I would appreciate your work.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
That means a lot.
How long have you been in the business?
I've been doing shows since March. That was match 7.
Really?
You take every show you could possibly do.
Every show, everything I do.
You haven't been here that long, and you're already amazing, everybody.
Do you know? Have you lost count?
No, that was match 72.
72.
March it down, baby. Since March.
What are you working Thursday through Sunday now?
Oh yeah, working Thursday through Sunday. True justice hard work, man. That's the American.
Everything I see in
Pennsylvania's my home. Pennsylvania's my town.
You own Pennsylvania.
That's what it's all about.
If Eddie King's the king of New York, you might be Pennsylvania.
I think that might be the king of Pennsylvania. That's a good honor for the American. The American Hammer, aka King of Pennsylvania. It's gonna concave the express with an American Hammer. That is the American way, baby.
I'm all right with that. Hey, we don't want to hold you up anymore. Thank you for coming on.
Do you also refer to yourself as the American Hammer when you're with the ladies?
Always. I am the American Hammer.
It's actually
This isn't even a
American
gift
hard
artist.
as
I am the American Hammer.
like Thor.
Yeah, just like Thor, baby.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you for
boys. It was a
coming by, man.
pleasure. Any other
Bravo,
time.
bravo.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna try to make some money.
Go sell that merch.
Let's switch.
Guys, switch now. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas. Thank you. Oh, thanks, man. Keep me hydrated. Oh, man.
What a night that has been. Already. What a guy and what a wrestler, dude. Like, to know him as like how cool he is and then watch him kick ass.
Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, Mac Clay never fails to amaze us. That's how you say it.
But we've seen some amazing talent tonight. So, like, he was the best I've always seen so far. That's an amazing thing. Considering one of the guys was a champion on WWE TV many times. Former cruiserweight champion, and he's
And he lost.
He lost. He went.
He was a young guy over.
Yeah. That's giving back to the business the way it should be. Since they're at
This is great.
I don't know if anybody listening can hear it, but man, this place is, it's like, I don't want to keep hiking up back there, but it's over.
My God, he's fucking awesome. I keep doing it.
Fucking over. You hear that pop when he went out there and did what he does?
He doesn't need it. He would take the belt and make it.
Dude, that is just terrible.
Terrible, but great. Even for a podcast.
He has no gear table, and he's putting so much gear on that suitcase than anybody that has a damn table, including Nunzio. Yeah, everybody wants to be a part of him, dude.
Hey, it's fun.
You know what vibes I get from him? AJ Styles, not the look, but the overness and the fact that he's so young, he doesn't know what he's like. How good he
72
is.
matches.
He doesn't know what he is yet. He doesn't know he's a freaking superstar.
Yeah.
He's so humble about it. But he's like AJ Styles, where he's way better than everybody when you see him.
Less than 10 months, right? Less than 10 months.
72 matches
72
in
matches.
10 months.
And he's wrestling like he's doing some things. I know, that's what I'm saying. He's getting handshakes and hugs right now. These guys are
I wish we could do more, but man, this is so heavy. It's so exciting. It's so loud.
What do you think about this show so far?
So far, it's amazing. We've seen some tremendous wrestling. We see a lot of freeways. Stuff, women coming up.
Pretty good card for a first time out.
If you weren't able to make it out, sure that we'll be putting videos on YouTube or pick them up on their Instagram. Atlantic All-Star Wrestling. They're going to be shocking at least the tri-state area. Yeah. I mean, we're right on the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We're right here. It is. We have time. It is well known how much I hate New Jersey.
Right. And that's because you're hate for the Devils and the Jets and everything about New Jersey.
It's just everything.
Everything. You hear that, Snooki? He hates you.
I do, yes. Everything about New Jersey.
So let me ask you this question, specifically both of you guys. Since you're here, we're missing a guy, but
We think of shit. I'm not gonna
when you look at this card so far,
we haven't even seen Ace
but I'm
Austin
just
yet.
saying, when you see this first half of the card, we're intermission. How do you rank the matches so far? Because I put Matt
Yeah,
one.
I see the triple threat with Matt was good.
I like Guido and that kid. I forget his name.
Probably second.
But that's a good match because they were doing completely different groundwork like Guido does. That was second. I think the triple threat was Sinister X, even though I had the wrong.
Yeah, the opener was probably the least so far.
Yeah, that one was kind of just like a ho-hum opener to get you into
He hit
it.
a stunner and then one was a drop elbow.
And he had an unlicensed gimmick that I'm pretty sure
No, we don't know about that.
Yeah, we don't know. I hope he got permission to use it.
and Sinister X. Sinister X, we've seen.
Baby.
Yeah, you can tell he's been away for a little bit.
But it looks great. Looks in
Yeah,
tremendous
but I think
shape.
he's been back on, like, I don't know if he's been on the circuit,
I don't
but I think
know.
he's been back for a while.
This is the first time I've seen him on a card. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this isn't the greatest card that we've seen, but it's definitely it went above our expectations.
Yeah.
You know, so. Man, we're getting a lot of people buying our stuff over at our merch table as well.
Yeah, they're into it, man. This podcast is cool. First time I've ever been on one, so again, thank you guys for having me on one. Like, it's tremendous.
I still don't know about like the stardom thing. I'm a little starstruck because like, so everybody kept telling me, oh, the podcast. So we were here early,
Right.
and everybody kept going, oh, we did a deal with the podcast. I'm like, oh, okay, so there's another podcast here. No, we were the podcast they were talking about. We are the podcast covering this. The podcast.
That's because
I was like, oh yeah, somebody else probably needs our table. It's fine, whatever. Give it to them.
well, that's
No, we were the
because
guys.
you guys also are fans. Know that you're one of them.
Yeah.
Not some a-hole who's
Yes.
talking down to them. Your guys are on
We're gonna tell it like it is. If I've ever done one thing in life, it's tell it like it is.
We're a sponsor of Outbreak Wrestling, and Outbreak is here helping support AAW. Thank you to Outbreak for word come out, however that happens. Yes, Ryan Box, live wire. Where is he?
I don't know. I was looking for. I was trying to get him to come on.
Probably signing autographs. He's a famous SOB.
He might be. Actually, he just came out of the curtain. He's all the way over there. He's going the opposite way of us. So we're gonna let him.
Busy guy.
He's a busy guy. We're gonna let him
Doing
go.
a lot of big
To
things
be
with Outbreak.
the podcaster, that is great. Thank you to AAW for allowing us to come here. It was an hour and a half drive, but that's on that. We're here to support local wrestling.
That's come on the way here and listen to some reggae music. I'm fucking fine. That was good.
So,
Yeah.
like, I think too, this arena, aside from George Siblings, is actually pretty good. But this reminds me of a larger version of the old WBW arena, Riverside Beneficial, down in Reading. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah,
Jared was there.
As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that brings me back to Riverside.
It reminds me of Riverside. Yeah. I was like, dude, it's a little bit bigger, but it's that same intimate feel that Riverside had.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That makes me like really opposed to it because, to be honest, to get into the business, I haven't been in it at all like long. I've had like 2 matches and I'm working on Royals. Like to be in the business, WBW made you be a wrestler.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw those guys live.
Same.
I was like, if these guys can do it, maybe one day. I'm not putting myself on par with them by far. They were way better than me. I can't review.
You and me, we're both big Bomb Boy and Dim Mom fans.
Team New Era.
Team New Era.
Team New
yeah.
Era.
Ray
Yeah.
Alexander. And I was just telling somebody today about Lou Love, the greatest kid I saw, taking the crackers, saltines, and pumping them up and throwing them at white people and saying, no, here's the crackers. I loved it.
WPW, man, that was to me, going to those shows were more important than going to WWE.
Yeah.
WPW. Every time I saw Ed House, he's retired. Every time I saw Ed House, I said, yo, I remember you from WPW. Yeah.
I mean,
And
I don't know.
And I'm sure he named that because it's age. But
You remember Hybrid, right? You remember his gimmick,
I
Hybrid?
remember when he was hybrid, he was
Yeah.
with the War Gods. When did you start going to WPW? Same time as us?
I was probably like 10, to be honest.
Okay, so you were young.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right, you're younger.
he was a kid.
Well, do you remember any of the War Gods early stuff? Like, not early
No, I don't
stuff,
think he
mean,
knows.
the
He doesn't
stuff we
know
did.
Glenn Jacob. Glenn
yeah.
Osborne. Oh, you do
So-
remember
Yeah.
Glenn Osborne? Oh, okay.
My thing about that was they had the War Gods versus Team New Era. I really was torn who I wanted to go for. And me and him sat in the front row. Everybody, 99% of that crowd was War Gods rule. Me and him when TNE came out. Because Matt Bomboy, Thin Mock, Ray Alexander, KFC, which is Feinberg.
I always loved KFC.
They were awesome. I mean, Feinberg was power and Corey Castle was the rock star. So, I mean, it was freaking amazing.
And the Tough Enough guy. The Tough Enough guy.
Oh, yeah.
I forget his name.
Oh, no, he was Mr. OVW.
He was tough enough.
So, that guy that used to say, when I was an OVW, we did it this way.
He had like pink trunks with flames. I can't remember.
What was his name?
I can't remember. But I used to like him too. It was him. They were another tag team. I know there was KFC, there was Team 3D, Downside. Yeah. Downside is still wrestling, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He's great. He's still great.
Chopper's still wrestling.
Is he?
I'm not sure. I asked Mark today, and he said he's not sure, but I hope so, because the guy's freaking entertaining.
I know both Feinberg and Castle. I haven't seen much from either of them. Feinberg is more like
Castle's big in the ECWA.
Yeah.
I know on the East Coast, but I also know that I think all but well, yeah, all the workouts are retired now. I think Team New Era is all I think raised the wrestlers.
I don't think so.
But he might even be retired too, because I know we went to one of his shows a couple years ago that he was running.
Oh, yeah.
He had Patriot there and everything else. And, but I think when Casey was running that show, and it was like at its speed tube, there was no music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Walking around, she's got some.
Oh, I thought it was our fault to stop recording. It's not.
Yeah.
Two twin whites, one men's, one women's.
Man, if you didn't come here, you definitely missed out.
But you can see this first will be online on YouTube.
So here's the question for you, if I may.
Of course.
So if you were going to start a wrestling promotion, where What kind and what kind of wrestler would you like to follow?
So now, because the laws of being are a little weird, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was originally going to say Philly and something hardcore. But East Coast doesn't really have a lot, to be honest. I mean, you go to indie shows, but besides that, what do they have? They don't have anything big. I mean, COD is Delaware. Other than that, it's Florida, California, New York. So not much comes from PA.
Yeah, and the biggest one in New York besides WB is House of Hardcore, I believe. They're even still running. I don't know if they are or not.
Yeah.
House of Hardcore?
No, I don't think they're.
House of Glory is Philly, right? Other than that, it's like,
I think it's like Sanctuary.
no, House of Glory. It's Tommy Greenwood.
The Sanctuary is
Sort of.
Are you saying it would do the East Coast?
Yeah. I would,
up and down, like north to south.
Are you just talking PA, Jersey, Delaware area, like the tri-state area? Or are you just
probably,
talking
I
specifically
probably
PA?
have a company that goes to, sites to grab legit.
What's more guys like, let's say, Sinister X and like Cremator, these older guys from, well, obviously not quite, but would you go for the youth guys and have them just go at it and go out and go ham? Or would you bring in veteran guys to get more time?
I'm definitely more of a youth. Now, don't get me wrong, it was great seeing Sinister X here because again,
Very nostalgic.
yeah. But I think you can tell he's, past his prime.
I remember him as WPW champion. He was coming.
Yeah.
Him and Cremator always had.
I was telling him about the cage match. We saw him at Junior State Away.
Yeah.
It's called Junior State Away.
Yeah, I'm saying Sinister was in a cage and he barely fit over the cage when he was
The same show problem.
Yeah.
That's when Pinky played joint number 3000. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, Pinky was another guy who loved the business. Unfortunately, his injuries made him have to sell his company. He was an activist, but he was a promoter who listened to the fans because he was a fan and he is a fan. He would give you like money.
You want to get on?
I see McCoy walking by. Yeah, like he's walking by. We got all the stars walking by.
Right. Yeah, Pinky was great. I remember always running into him at like a Walmart or something. That kid, that's like, oh my God,
Big star deal.
Pinky was a wrestling fan.
Yes.
Much like Tony Khan now,
He was a guy that was approachable as a promoter, much like Ryan Fox. Where you could go up and talk to him. He didn't treat you like you were less. He treated you as an equal.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Ryan. Where like Outbreak is like a new age version of WPW where you get the same crowd, you get the loyal fans, and you get the same guys on work there because of guys like Ryan Fox.
Yeah, Outbreak Wrestling is definitely fan oriented. They're heavy on the fan base. They're heavy with fan interaction. We always have a great time at Outbreak. And like I said, this is our first time at AAW, and I don't want to say we'll never come up this weekend, but hopefully they're a little closer to us.
This is their first show.
Yeah.
This is the first.
Very first show they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah. And what a crowd. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was impressed with how I saw this crowd for a first time show. The card they put together. So the fact that they were able to get this crowd to come.
We still don't even have it. We still didn't even have Ace Austin yet. So I think we're going to take a pause here. So we're actually going to probably come back and record once the show is over. Hopefully we'll have some more interaction with wrestlers and fans. Talk about how the show went.
I don't know if I'll be here for that because
no.
I'm probably leaving with Quay because we all are going back to the dungeon and we're meeting up there.
Nice.
And he's taking like 3 of us with him. So if I'm not here,
Thank you for being on.
Thank you for being on. Yeah.
Anytime you guys want my wittiness and ugliness on your screen, feel free to bring me back.
No problem.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, guys.
great
Thank
having you. Thank you. It's indie wrestling.
I want to strangle myself, guys.
Yeah.
I want to strangle him for wearing secret stuff.
Yeah. Well, every time. What do we got going on this week? Who does Steelers got? Did they play? No, they didn't play.
They play the Bears Monday night.
And what does Baltimore have? Bye.
No, we had Vikings.
Oh, I didn't even notice Baltimore on.
Look, is it bad that I was?
I bet you were.
There's a reason. I don't like the Browns.
Yeah. No, Jets.
I was rooting for the Jets.
Who does?
But then I had to deal with the consequences of the Steelers fans to enjoy it. We lost to the Bengals, and then the Jets versus the football beat the Bengals.
Oh my gosh.
I got it both ways. But much respect to the Steelers, I don't hate them. I just dislike them. Y'all go another division.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Chiefs. Actually, I really like the Chiefs, but I'm a Raiders fan, so I have to hate them.
No, I
but
like the Chiefs.
I kind of like.
I don't like the Chiefs anymore because one, of Mahomes' brother.
Oh yeah, I heard a bunch about.
Someone's number.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Sorry, and then you don't. You're Mahomes, you should go.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't read all about it, but I heard something about it.
Y'all have your show.
Wow, what a night. AAW.
So this is the post show.
Austin just tore it up, sent this crowd home, hype as shit. There are children running around the ring. They are having a blast.
Post AAW debut in Morrisville, PA. Atlantic All-Star Wrestling. What a great show.
I'm gonna start. Whoever looks at me, I'm gonna tell them to come on the podcast. Literally, I'm waving my arms. Whoever looks at me, it doesn't matter. You want to talk on the podcast? No, he doesn't want to do it. Anybody, I don't care. I'm just waving until someone notices me.
Ryan?
This guy in the pink, he's the one that threw up.
Kid Izzy, whatever.
Izzy's tearing down the ring. You want to come on the podcast?
Let's see if we can get somebody on here.
Yeah. You want to come talk about your match tonight? Oh yeah.
Oh.
We are live. We're live right now.
Scumbody, get up over here. Get out of here. You ain't an Eagles fan.
Give him your
Get outta
headset. Give him your
Yeah,
headset. JR.
Hey, I can only be here for a few minutes. The boo-boos.
Hey,
The boo-boos want to see me.
Hey, that's all right.
The ladies want to see me.
We appreciate you
Hey,
coming
yo.
on.
What a
Hey, yo,
great
it's
show.
the debut of Atlantic All-Star Wrestling.
What a great show.
Look at
It
this
was
man.
amazing.
That's called a Jeff hat, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's a nice Jeff hat. And you know what? Uncle Dino, out of control tonight, looking good. Cousin Nikki looking good versus the legend, Nunzio. And SPF came out on top with the tag titles, baby.
Yeah, it was amazing.
This is one of South Philly's finest right here.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, and I got to say, this microphone quality is mwah.
Thank you.
Provolone, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
you.
And on that note, I love you guys. I got to see you.
Thank you for
Enjoy yourselves. Get home safe.
All right.
You know what I mean? Don't forget to wear a C and don't J all over your B's.
Yeah.
All right?
Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, gabagool. Stay
you,
cool,
thank you,
gabagool.
Thank you.
Hey, SPF in the building. We out. Love
Thanks,
y'all,
man. Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
It's been the whole night, man. It's been awesome.
South Philly's finest. Great guys, great workers.
Do we have anybody else that we want to flag down? I'll get up. I'll get up and flag people down.
Let's bring Ryan on.
Hey, you're doing the Bobby Heenan job right now.
Where's Ryan?
I'm about to get up and start just asking people, just flagging people down. You know what? Move.
Oh, I didn't know the doctor was here. This thing won't stay still.
Oh, God.
What the hell?
That's what happens when we're live. We don't have time to adjust here.
Why is this not like? What's wrong with this thing? Perfect fine. Now, like, won't stay still.
Who wants to be on a podcast today? Atlantic All-Star Wrestling debut. Great show. Thanks to the guys for bringing us in, for allowing us to do this.
That was a good show. Hey, there's Quay.
Hey. American Hammer. Yeah.
I think we got somebody. I got somebody.
Who'd you
Oh,
I don't know. I just grabbed somebody.
Antonio.
No. It was not Antonio, actually.
What's up? Hey, you want to be on?
Anybody that wants to be on, grab a headset. Grab the NC.
Whoever wants to be on.
If somebody grabs it, just wait 5 minutes. We'll kick them off, and you'll be on next.
All right.
How'd you enjoy the show?
It was fun.
It was fun. What was your favorite? What was your
It
favorite
was
match?
fun to come as a fan and
Right.
enjoy it.
You don't have responsibilities.
Yeah,
No,
that's
well,
working
I
better
did
ones.
have
A little bit, yeah.
But, you know, that was really it. I really enjoyed the SPF
Yeah, we just had him on. He was just here.
Yeah, that's my guys.
Yeah.
I really enjoy them. The character, everything that they do in the ring.
Everything
I
about
really like
Philly,
it.
right?
Yeah. What about you guys?
Oh, I love it. I love Ace Austin. Every time I see him perform, it's always amazing. So he's on the top of my books as my favorite current wrestlers right now.
I can't wait to see what he does in 5 years.
I know.
Where he's going to be at.
Same with Matt Quay. We're big on Matt Quay.
Oh, he's great too.
Yeah, we had him on earlier, and he's such
I
a
just
fantastic.
wish the ceiling was a little higher.
Yeah.
Because I know that elbow drop was going to come from
That's
heaven.
what we all said.
that-
Yeah.
Exactly,
Oh,
what,
yeah.
exactly what he said. Yeah.
But this show definitely exceeded our expectations.
Oh yeah. I
I
can't
don't
wait
know.
to come back.
I don't know who reached out to who, but we want to thank everybody for allowing us to come here.
Yeah, we can't wait for the next show though. I mean, this is gonna be.
I mean, what's the show without you guys?
Yeah, fun venue,
Yeah.
fun time. Everybody's just enjoying themselves.
You've been a big part of helping us grow as
Of
well,
course,
so thank
of
you.
course.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, Antonio's been great.
Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest.
Yes.
That was a great success. I can't wait for next year's.
July 23rd next year.
Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait. And then you also help Outbreak Wrestling as well.
Yes.
Great group of guys, man.
I like the guy who won the world championship, the Samoa Joe looking guy. He's a big dude.
Samoa Joe looking guy.
He
The
did look
guy
like
that
Samoa
wore
Joe.
sunglasses. Is that?
Yeah,
Is that? Oh,
What was his name? I
man.
don't remember his name.
Jeff Cobb.
No, Jimmy
Jimmy Crackcorn or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Because I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why you like him.
I
Yeah.
like his look about him. He's got a good look,
Yeah.
good guy, big
Yeah.
guy.
Is he your cousin? Are you
No.
guys related?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
All Italians are related.
I don't know. I'm not saying, but hey,
I get
you know,
that from Puerto
speaking of
Ricans all the time.
Italians, the Italians dominated tonight.
Oh, they
They
really
did.
did. They really did.
I don't know.
Italian.
I don't know if it was because Uncle Dino was in charge of what's going on here, I think we needed to hire somebody to make
Yeah.
sure, you know.
I think some decision making was part of that from some higher
I
ups.
smelt the sauce
Yeah.
coming in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, the grandmom's meatballs
yeah,
and
the
sausages.
meatballs
I
and the
just smelt the
sausage.
sauce
Yeah.
coming in. So
Oh, yeah.
you already got that
We were
feel.
there.
How does it feel being able to be a fan for once? I know you're
Yeah,
always working.
I was working while I was being here, but it's just fun, man. I get to see the fans have a good time, and it's just like, wow, we do this too.
Yeah,
Wow,
right,
you know,
right,
it's just-
yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So speaking of work, so December 19th, we're doing a charity drive.
Okay, cool.
Toys for Tots.
In Allentown.
So come get a picture with Santa Claus and the Sandman. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Come get extreme. We also have Santa Claus is bringing some of his friends, you guys,
Yeah.
along with TJP,
Yep.
the Godfather, Too Cold Scorpio, Vampiro. I'm going to be there. He's
Yeah.
going to be there.
It's
You
gonna be
guys
so
are going
much
to be
fun.
there. It's going
Yeah.
to be a lot of
I
fun.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Bring the toys for the tots and get a picture with Santa.
That's
Very-
awesome.
yes. Yeah.
I can't wait. December's gonna
It's
and
gonna be a hell of a month for wrestling.
December 18th and 19th with
Especially here.
icons. You know,
Yeah.
that's big too. I can't wait. All the conventions that you guys put on are always great. We went to the Maven one, obviously. We
Yes,
met Carlito,
yes.
Maven. We missed out on Abby, but you know,
It's
Marty.
all right.
Marty. Yeah.
And Marty.
Yeah.
The Marty party's still going on.
I know.
So you
Because
know.
one of these days, I'm finally gonna be able to get with him
we,
and hang
we
out.
cannot work it out and get Marty on this podcast.
I would love
Maybe.
it. He's the number one seed in everything we do for this podcast. I just put him over
Well, give me a call Monday. We'll work it out.
to the
All
moon,
right.
baby.
hate to cut you short, but let's get a couple other people
Yeah,
on here.
yeah.
We got Sean right
come
here.
on.
Thank
Sean,
you for joining us.
Yeah, come on in.
thank you guys.
It's always a pleasure talking with Antonio.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
My friend. What do you got? How was your night?
Oh, fantastic.
What was your favorite match?
So I like the one with is it Nunzio Loquito?
Oh yeah, little Nunzio, whichever one. you wanna call him,
Yeah, it caught me off guard because I saw him coming in. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
this is
Keep the
a
front door.
veteran in the
Yeah,
system
very,
and
very
in the
cool
wrestling
guy.
industry.
Yeah, very cool guy. Yeah.
So it was nice to have, someone that had. This is only my second venue I've been to.
Oh, yeah?
So in seeing that and then knowing that there's so much to the crowd, there's
Yeah.
a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
All that coming through, and this is my second time coming to one. It filled me up because I
Yeah.
haven't been to anything from WWF, anything like that.
Yeah.
So for that to come in, just amazing.
You can see the hard work the ring crew puts in, tearing down, setting up. I mean, everybody that's out there that thinks, oh, it's just a trampoline. Yeah, go look at that thing. That is metal and wood. There is no trampoline to that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no.
See, it's one thing for someone to hear it, it's another thing for someone to see it.
Yeah.
You see the breakdown of that?
Yeah.
It's just that's amazing. All the hard work.
Yeah, it's a piece of cloth over metal and wood. That's what a ring is.
And I also love the. I have to give a shout out to the wrestlers tonight. All the athleticism.
Oh yeah.
It takes a lot from what I can actually see to make the show actually come as a whole. It's collaborative.
So you're not much of a wrestling fan from prior?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I'm old school.
You can. Okay.
I love. My favorite was Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course.
Okay.
I like Goldberg, but to see the actual, to see how it comes together.
Yeah, come in closer a little bit. Oh, they get to your face.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, move it out a little. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Now we can see who's talking.
Oh, I'm looking at the camera now. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. So, I appreciate that, brother. So it comes down to, I grew up watching this. I grew up watching Stone Cold when the Attitude Era, even before that began.
Yeah.
So me seeing that and knowing who my favorite types were, and then now I'm seeing where we are now. I mean, this is all new for me, but it's also you have new people coming onto the scene, and I've seen how the time gets passed.
Yeah.
Veteran wrestlers given over to those who are new. It's a beautiful thing for me to see because it shows just how much humbling they are.
Yeah.
At the same time, it shows how much athleticism the new wrestlers have coming in. That takes a lot of hard work. I've seen it
really
myself.
does. And that's something that's great.
And this is a debut show, so having you experience that and giving you that excitement, that's great for this company.
Absolutely.
Having all fans like you, this is your only your second show, and them drawing you in, that's great for their part. But I hope to see you at more shows.
Very much.
You will.
Oh, yeah.
I have actually a motivational venue coming up soon.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a motivation speaker. So
Instagram or anything?
Yes. So it's Sean L. Williams Motivation. And you can also find me on Facebook. I do snippets, but I also do videos. And coming up will be my new program so that those who are looking to be built up, because this is the world that's being torn down, those who are looking to be built up can follow me and see what's coming new, what's next. And it's for everybody who's looking for that.
That's
so
awesome,
I
man.
appreciate you. Thank you, by the way, for the invitation. And thank you for showing me so much.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Appreciate it.
Are we going to bring on Jersey Devils over here? Is that right?
Oh, shit.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, it's just I'm not really happy about this one right here.
By the way.
Yeah, I'm not very happy about this. I'm a Devils fan. So
Oh, I'm
wearing Devils
sorry. Is
gear.
there something wrong with the Devils?
Yeah. I was starting to throw up in my mouth when I thought we were getting close to the Jersey line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Philly representing here. They might be Pittsburgh, but this is Philly. So we got problems. Maybe we'll book us a match in the next AAW show.
Okay, I'm down. Or over at Outbreak.
Or at an Outbreak show. Well, hey, if we're in
Legends.
Outbreak, though, you're deep into my territory. That's deep into Pennsylvania. Right now, we're right at the line. That's deep into Pennsylvania.
First off, welcome to the show. Thank you
Thanks.
for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
What did you think of tonight?
The show was great. My favorite match was probably Ace Austin.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
Always a phenomenal
Every
wrestler.
time.
Oh, yeah,
Never seen anything I didn't like.
Yeah.
from him.
South
He's
Philly's
good.
finest is, of course, great.
Well, yeah, winning the tag team
And
titles.
then Mac. Those are probably my top
We
three
can't
matches.
stop putting him over.
And then
Oh, yeah.
Little Guido too showing up.
Yeah.
Put the young guy over.
Yep, that's what
Look
it
at
did.
that. That was crazy to us because we don't see that a lot.
No, you really
You know,
don't.
You see these people like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, they come in, part-timers, and of course they need to win.
Yeah.
A lot of these indie shows, those guys, they're not going to come in if they're not going to win.
Yeah, that too.
I mean,
Yeah.
You book these top stars, and of course you need to put them over. So good on Lil Guido for putting the young guys.
Or
over.
they want to do like a squash match
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
finish the match in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah, they just want to get their money and go home.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of the wrestlers do that. They just want to be like, all right, I don't want to be here long, and finish the match in like
And
2 to 3 minutes, and then out the door they go. They don't even stay for the whole event.
They don't want to get hurt in front of 20 people.
Yeah.
So this is their debut show, as you mentioned before. How was it for you? Being their debut show, you were there from the start of Outbreak, and everything. So compared to other promotions that you've seen put on a first show, how did this?
They did very well. I'm not gonna lie, they did very well. The talent was great. The card up from top to bottom.
Eight-match card and made it feel like an all-star crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody worked hard.
They definitely did. There was no. It was like no flaws or anything like that. It was just smooth.
I really did enjoy it. So we like to ask favorite wrestler, favorite match, desert island. You're in isolation. You have one match to watch for the rest of your life. What do you pick?
Favorite wrestler probably would be. I'm gonna say probably. I know a lot of people are probably going to like this, but I'm probably going to say AJ Styles.
Oh, no, that's not a big AJ fan. That's not bad. Go wrong with him.
Yeah, AJ Styles. He's like a phenomenal wrestler. Like, especially being like the first Triple Crown champion over at TNA.
Yeah.
Favorite match?
Favorite match?
Outside WWE, inside WWE, whatever.
You have to pick one match that you're going to watch isolation over and over. You get that one last wrestling match. What's it going to be?
I'm probably going to have to say that Iron Man match between Brett and Sean.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Brett fan, Sean fan.
Yeah, we argue about this all the time.
that was a great match. Sun and Death too. First one pinfall. Shawn Michaels hits the Sweet Chin music, covers Brett. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
And who won both contests?
Shawn Michaels.
We go Shawn.
Even though it was the Montreal screw job because of Vince, but
as a work.
But
we'll talk about that next week.
I grew up where you would have never seen that type of match. There's no way like Hogan and Warrior were going to do that.
No way.
So to see that match, it shows how much things changed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's great. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're cleaning up pretty fast here.
Yes, they definitely are cleaning up.
All hands on deck here. So.
Yeah, I really do.
Thank you, Brian, for coming on.
Yes,
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for stopping by.
Sure, no problem.
So we're going to
We'll see
sign
you in
off
the
here
near
live.
future.
What's up?
Of course, we'll see you in the near future again.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Thank you to everybody tuning in live.
We're going to
And
blur out
post.
your Jersey Devils logo to see that.
Okay, I'll just cover it. Does this help?
Follow us on
I'm a Penguins
Facebook
fan.
at We Like Wrestling
Well, that
Podcast. Follow
explains
us
to Pittsburgh.
on Instagram at WLW Pod 1, Twitter at WLW Pod 1. Just keep looking out for events like this. Every time it's a special event, we go live.
And enjoy wrestling.
Kudos
Have
to
fun with it.
Enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.
Whatever people say about wrestling, forget about them.
enjoy.
Just
what
enjoy
you,
it.
Yeah, enjoy what you
Like
watch.
what you like.
If you don't like something,
Yeah.
don't watch it. If you like something, watch it, support it, come out. Indie shows is where the part blood is of wrestling.
Exactly.
One final thank you to Atlantic All-Star Wrestling for allowing
Thank
us
you
to come here and do
thank
this.
you for the invite.
Great show, great debut. Of course, they're probably going to succeed in doing what they do.
Let's hope so. Yeah.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening.
All right, take care of this.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Next time.